here on YouTube for some more TCG Road to Regionals. Alright, Mike is working. We are here. Welcome on in. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Alright, we are here. We got this all set up and we are ready to go. Once again, for whatever reason, YouTube has been having a really fussy time with getting set up. So, as I mentioned in the video, or in the title and thumbnail, we are going to be testing out a couple of meta decks. We're going to start with Slowking because I don't believe that this Festival Lead is updated. Yeah, no, that is not the updated version of Festival Lead, so we will have to go ahead and update that deck after we play a couple games of Slowking. Slowking is my personal favorite. Is probably my favorite to be the deck I'll play at Regionals. But, as I said, we're going to be giving every one of these decks a fair shot, and yeah, hopefully we can, by the end of this series, we're going to have to make a decision by the end of this series as to which deck we're going to be playing at Baltimore Regionals. But here we go. Let's go Slowking. So yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, we are just chilling out here. Again, we're going to be trying to do probably 2, maybe 3 streams a week of this. We did get a little bit of a later start than I was kind of hoping for today, so we'll go maybe a little bit longer, try and get you guys. I'm going to try and keep these streams to around about 2 hours. Alright, so flips the coin, goes heads. Our opponent gets to decide who goes first, so we're going to be at their mercy. They're going to go first, so we'll get supporters. But we will be a little bit slower on the evolutions. Okay, I was worried when I saw that we only had the Slowpoke. I was like, please tell me we at least get the... So we can Meowth for a supporter. But yeah, if we only get the Meowth, we don't get to take advantage of the evolution. Ooh, Duskull. Interessante. Attaching a fire energy, that tells me Dreepy. We're going to see Dracloak's, Dreepy's coming out here. So I'm thinking we Meowth for the, Alright, so I'm thinking we Ultra Ball, the Ultra Ball and the Psychic Energy. Oh, perfect. We get the Stadium, Ultra Ball, discarding Ultra Ball and Psychic Energy. Grab ourselves the Kangaskhan. We'll throw Meowth onto the bench. Last Ditch Catch. Yes, please. Give us one of those Lily's Determination. Okay, so we did prize a Cypher Maniac, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. Shouldn't hopefully matter too much, but there we go. Alright, we get the Latias down, which allows us to retreat the Slowpoke, grab Kangaskhan. Let's go ahead and Secret Box. We'll discard that. We'll discard Pokepad, and we'll discard Lilies, because at this point we should be pretty well set up here. We'll grab ourselves another Cypher Maniac. Grab ourselves Wondrous Patch to get another energy down, and we'll grab those two, obviously. So we'll slap Lucky Helmet on there for that. We'll Wondrous Patch a Psychic energy there. Run Errand for 2. Alright, we get the Boomerang energy that we can attach return here. And now... we have got not game in hand, but we have a pretty good shot at getting a big hit in here this turn. So there we go. Welcome on in. Wow, we got 4 people hanging out in chat. Thank you for everybody decided to spend a portion of your very valuable Tuesday evening here with us. So our opponent goes Dracloak. They're gonna Ultra Ball, and Lily's in a. Okay, they're gonna go to Dracloak. Okay, so we're gonna be able to board wipe both of those, assuming that there's that we didn't prize both of our Trifrosts. Question is, okay, here comes the Dusclops. Is he gonna blow up the Dusclops? If he blows up the Dusclops, we can get the win. Okay, he's gonna Pokepad. He's gonna get himself another Dreepy, so he's gonna he's gonna keep the Dreepies alive here. And he's gonna Itchy Pollen. There we go. Alright. Itchy Pollen for 2. And I literally could not have scripted that any more perfect. Alright, let's go ahead. Cypher Maniac. We'll grab Fez and we'll grab the Slowpoke. We'll run Aaron for 2. We'll keep the Fez in hand. We'll put Slowpoke down. We'll attach the Telepathy Energy. Get another Slowpoke down. Evolve to Slowking. Academy at Night. Throw Kyurem on the top there. Retreat the Kangaskhan. And we get the forfeit. He saw the writing on the wall. And there we go. Alright, well, that was a nice, easy first win. There we go. Alright, so there we go. Man, that is exactly the kind of gameplay that makes me think that Slowking is a good potential pick for a deck. So there we go. We get all 3 of our bonuses there. So let's go ahead and play another round because we didn't even get to attack with Slowking there before he realized the writing on the wall. And then hitting the forfeit button. But yeah, we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. Again, if you guys have any decks you guys would like to see me try out throughout the course of this, I actually got in a debate with somebody on Twitter about a different potential Slowking build. Maybe we'll try that one at a later time. So here we go. We flip it. We get head, so we're not going to get to choose our going first or second here. But yeah, the ability to snipe down doing the 110 to 3 different Pokemon, we didn't even really go ahead and get a chance to explain the Slowking deck a ton. Again, the deck just goes so quick. Okay. We both mulligan, so we don't give up a prize card here yet. Okay, we have to put up the Alright, what's his deck? Okay, I have a guess as to what his deck is. I don't love having to put up the Clefairy, but it's kind of what we have to do here. Alright, he goes Monkey. And there it is. There's the Dreepies. And that's what I was worried about when I was looking through the mulligan list of cards he mulligans. I saw the Area Zero Underdepth and the Dark Energy, and I was like, okay, yep, that very easily could be that. Okay. This is going to be a much more interesting way to try and get to what we've got. So, alright, we've got Academy of Night. We've got Pokepad for a Slowpoke. We got Telepathy Energy. We'll attach the Slowpoke here. We'll grab that and that. Alright. So yes. So now Let's Ultra Ball. We can Night Stretcher the Fez if we really need it. We'll grab the. Oh, we prized the Meowth. That's a little unfortunate. Well, we'll grab ourselves Kang. Throw down Kang. Retreat. Put up Kang into the active. We'll run Aaron for 2. Alright, Cypher Maniac. We can work with that. Right, we'll grab a Lilies for next turn. And a Wondrous Patch for next. Actually, let's grab the Boomerang Energy for next turn. Alright, so there we go. And we will pass here. I'm hoping that he'll launch some kind of attack into our Kang, triggering the Lucky Helmet, but seeing the Lucky Helmet, he might not. We'll see what he wants to do with that. But yeah, I would love to see him go ahead and just hit me with a Badoo for 2. Yeah, so we can draw 2 cards here. So Slowking's a attack. If you guys don't know what Slowking does, obviously we don't have the Slowking handy, but it's top attack for 1 colorless and 1 psychic energy. You'll discard the top card off your deck. If it is a non-rule box Pokemon, you may copy the attack off of it and use it as this attack. So the Kyurem that we have there allows us to discard all energy attached to this Pokemon. And then we get to do 1/10 to 3 different Pokemon. So there we go. And we're just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody is having a fantastic time tonight. We got 5 people hanging out in chat. As we are just cruising on through here. All right, evolving to Dracloak. Let's see, what's his plan? He's got 6 cards in hand. He'll use his Recon Directive to grab 1 card, send the other to look at 2 cards, add 1 to his hand, 1 to the bottom of his deck. And beyond that, his plan is... So, worst case scenario, we can... we should be able to get both of those cards regardless. So, here we go. But yeah, again, Slowking is a fun deck, and it crushes Dragapult. And that's one of my favorite things that it does, is the fact that because you crush Dragapult so easily, I love the fact that you can just kind of blow up. Alright, so we'll run Aaron to get the energy. Alright, we're gonna leave the Fez down there for now. Yeah, we'll Lily's Determination for 8. Alright, we will go ahead and we'll evolve the Slowking. Secret Box. Discarding Psychic Energy, Kangaskhan. And honestly, we shouldn't need the Spectre in this match. If he had it, he would have gotten the thing out already. So we'll go Cypher Maniac, grab Pokepad, grab Brave Bangle, and we'll grab Academy at Night. We don't really need the Academy at Night, but we don't really need much here. We'll Pokepad for the Kyurem. Only 1 Kyurem, so we did prize a Kyurem. We'll Wondrous Patch a Psychic Energy onto the Slowpoke. Just in case he goes ahead and will Itchy Pollen us, so we can't attack on the to try and avoid our item usage on the next turn. We want to keep that separate. Academy at Night. Kyurem on top. And we will go ahead and seek inspiration. And now we have to make our choices here. We'll try Frost, discarding all attached energy. So, definitely the Dracloak. Then can we get rid of the Torchic and we get rid of one of the other Dreepy here? I think we take those 3. And now he has to worry about a lot of things here. Because that's 3 prize cards. We take 3 of them. Boom, boom, boom. And we get ourselves a Night Stretcher. There we go. Good. So we have access to the Trifrost on the next turn, regardless. And if he does somehow take out Slowking, we could Stretcher for the Slowking and bring the Kangaskhan back up to the active. That Dark Energy is not going to do him much with the Monkey because 1, we can knock out everything on his board, and 2, so alright, one thing that we probably should have thought about prior to this is that we don't actually have a Psychic Energy in hand here. I don't remember how many base Psychic Energy we play in this deck. Yeah, to know if we can go for the Meowth to hope for it to be one of the 6. We're going to go ahead, we'll Meowth. Alright, let's look at the Lily. We'll grab the lilies here. Alright, so we have 5 of our 24 cards are energies, so that would get us there. So we'll Lily's Determination for 6. Alright, we got the Psychic Energy. We did not get the we did not get our preferred target, though. So we don't actually have access to a Trifrost here. So we can grab Metagross. Academy at Night. Metagross on top. Seek Inspiration will at least knock out the Monkey. It won't be much, but we can go ahead and we'll do extra damage. Might as well, because we don't have to discard anything, because for whatever reason, that's how Metagross works. Give us Trifrost. Nope, didn't get it. Alright, well, at some point, this guy is going to have to either pick this up, or he is going to really struggle here with the... because at this point, he needs double rare candy plus a Psychic Energy, I think. Well, he'd need double rare candy, but that would also involve him having to have the Pokemon in hand for it. Okay, there goes the Fez down onto the bench. If I was running the Thunder Raid version of this deck, I can do that. Alright, here we go. Dracloak coming down. Going to use his ability. Again, look at the top 2 cards of his deck. 1 to the hand, 1 to the bottom. Let's see. What's it going to be? We got Dreepy. He's already used his Flip the Script. So, come on, dude. You gotta have something here. Alright, Pokepad. Gonna grab another Dreepy, or another Dracloak. Get yourself, 1 step closer to getting yourself your first Dragapult. Okay, no, he's gonna get his himself a Combuskin here. Okay. So now on the next turn, he can evolve to both Dragapult and And Blaziken with no additional cards needed. Alright, he bumps the Stadium. We have Stadium in hand, so that's not a big problem here. What we really need here would be a Night Stretcher. Oh, he's going to unfair stamp us. Oh, boy. That might be the thing that stops us here. We got the Pokepad, but this might be the thing that stops us here. He may have actually found a path to get the win here. Night Stretcher. Grabbing a Dreepy from the discard pile. Recon Directive. Again, the fact that the Slowking hasn't gone down yet is actually pretty impressive. Now, if I can top deck a Switch, a Night Stretcher, Night Stretcher doesn't really get as much. A Cypher Maniac would be nice, but yeah, Switch would be perfect. Because then we can bring up the Kangaskhan. And then he's in a situation where he's got to figure out what he wants to do with Kangaskhan up here. It's interesting. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, here we go. Telepathic Energy. Well, we'll thin the deck by 1 by grabbing ourselves a Slowpoke. That way our deck is 1 thinner. We'll attach there for turn. And we'll Super Psybolt for knockout here. Taking that one down. Alright, we got a 50-50 shot if we find the Trifrost or not. We get the Gold Switch. Okay, well, that'll do something. Annoying that the Kyurem is literally the last prize card we take, but... Here we go. Alright, so flip the script for 3. Alright. Let's see. You need Dragapult. You need Blaziken. You need... or in place of the Blaziken, you could also get the Fire Energy. Okay, there's the Blaziken. You need the Dragapult. I guess you could go for the Dracloak first. Do the... search your... look at your top 2 cards, figure out what you need. Okay, you're gonna get a second Dracloak going. Ultra Ball to get the Dragapult. Okay, there goes Chew and Dark Energy. There's the Dragapult, okay. So, there we go. Dragapult. The question is, what does he do? Because he hasn't taken a prize card yet. So even if he takes out the Slowking here, I still have the bench Slowking. Alright, he's going to Seething Spirit, get himself a Fire Energy onto his Blaziken specifically. Go for his Lilies. He can still get an 8-card Lily because he has a full... He is yet to take a prize card yet. But that means he cannot boss up my, either my Clefairy or my Meowth for a free prize card. Alright, there we go. Alright, so 200, and he'll put 5 on the Slowking, and obviously the 10 on the Latias, so that if he ends up needing it, he can get that thing going. Alright. 240. It's not enough for knockout, so we gotta run Aaron for 2. Oh, no! Oh, we got the Metagross into the active. That sucks. Alright, well. We'll Cypher Maniac. Alright, we gotta put the Night Stretcher and the Academy at Night as the top two. Alright, what order do we want to put these in here? Actually, we don't need the Academy at Night. We just need energy and energy. Boom. Oh, I probably should have put the Wondrous Patch in there. Because Super Cybolt for 240 there. Yeah, because if I threw a patch on there, then we could have gotten the then we could have gotten Clefairy on board and online this next turn and gotten it. But oh well. I kind of panicked. I was running out of time on that search. Alright, so a slight misplay here. We'll have to figure something out. Alright, there's the Dragapult. Going to go for the one remaining Recon Directive. Does he have boss's orders? Because if he has boss, he can boss up one of my two prizers on the bench, like Latios, and take that knockout. Which would prevent me from just putting but no, he can't do that. He cannot boss. If he bosses for a knockout, he loses this game. Because if he bosses up, he can't knock out the Slowking with what's with the damage remaining on board, and I just promote Slowking back up to the active and take knockout. Even if he were to take the okay, gonna retreat the Dragapult, bring up the Blaziken, so he's gonna go for the Smolder Salt knockout here. Alright, well, maybe we should have gone with the Night Stretcher version of this thing, because then we could have gotten the Night Stretcher for the Trifrost back anyway. Oh, and he's gonna boss up. Okay, so what's coming up? I'm assuming Clefairy. Could be Latios, though. Latios can be important. Yep, there we go. Get rid of that Latios off the board here. I should have gone with the stupid Night Stretcher. We may have just choked this game away here on this one. We'll put up the Kangaskhan. We'll run Aaron for 2. We do have the switch, so we are not locked in. If we had a way to shuffle the Metagross back into our hand. Alright. We're going to Cypher Maniac code breaking here. Alright, we're going to grab Stretcher and... Oh, nope, not Stretcher Pad. We're going to go Stretcher Academy. We're going to attach to Clefairy. So, and then we're going to leave the Kangaskhan in the active, daring him to hit the Kangaskhan for 200. He cannot knock out the Kangaskhan. That's the big thing to remember. He could get himself he can boss the knockout on one of the other Pokemon, but he won't be able to get the the game won't be won on that move. So, let's say he cannot take game this turn. That is one good thing to think about here. Is he cannot take game this turn. He can retreat the Blaziken to the bench, bring up the healthy Dragapult, Seething Spirit, the Fire Energy on there, hit for 200, and he can spread out that damage however he wants. With the 6 damage counters here, and he's not going to get there. So he's going to Seething Spirit. He does not have a way to win the... Unless he has either a Dark or a Fire Energy in hand, because then he can monkey some of that damage over if he has the Fire Energy in hand. That's going to be the question. Does he have Fire Energy in hand? If he does not have Fire Energy in hand, he still cannot win. But he's got game on board now, at least, if he has Fire Energy and Boss as 2 of his 6 cards in hand. But they need to be in hand because he's already done his Seething Spirit for the turn. Does he have it? I'm not seeing it. If he doesn't have it, we may have this one in the bag. Alright, come on, dude. Oh, he passes the turn. Game, set, match. We run Aaron for 2. We bump Stadium. Wait, what? Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. Alright, that was glitchy for a moment. We'll grab the Curum. We Academy at Night the Curum. On top here. Switch. Slowking to the active. Seek Inspiration. Not attaching that energy because that would reshuffle our deck. And Trifrost for game, set, match. So those 2 are Terra Pokemon, so we weren't going to be able to pick them off, but we got the monkey, and there we go. We take game there. So, we got that one. That was a lot closer than it should have been. All right, real quick, I'm gonna pull up my festival lead deck list real quick, and I'm just gonna copy and paste it into the thing so that we can go ahead and do some games with festival lead now that we've gone and clearly shown that Slowking can beat Dragapult. Alright, I believe this was our version of the deck, so we'll go ahead and send it to myself. Alright, popped in the stream. You had game turn 4, 2 Night Stretchers and Cypher. I didn't have a 2 Night Stretchers and Cypher. Could you not try Frost again for 3 KOs? Let me pull that up real quick, because it's possible I missed something. Let's see. I'm perfectly fine with being wrong. Alright, so there's my first Trifrost. I'm just gonna watch back through this real quick because maybe it's very possible I missed something. So I take the 3 knockouts on turn 1. Or not turn 1, but yeah, whatever number turn that was. Yeah, I have one night stretcher. I have Academy at night because again, yeah, it's very possible I missed something. All right, so he benches that thing. Pick up the speed just a tad. All right, so yeah, I've got one stretcher in hand. So he passes to me. Okay, so I have two stretcher in hand. I did not. I if assuming that this is the turn it is. Was it the turn I attached the Brave Bangle? Just making sure I have the right turn. Because if it was the turn I attached the Brave Bangle, I did not. I only had the telepathic was the only energy in my discard pile. I only had one energy on the active Pokemon, and I didn't have a way to get that second energy card that turn. So I could have night stretchered for the to put the Trifrost back into the deck before I Lily's, because I believe I benched the Meowth. I Lily's Determination that turn. Cipher for Switch or Psychic. I didn't have a way to draw. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't have a way to draw any cards because the Slowking was in the active. I was like, I was pretty sure I didn't make a mistake there, but I'm always willing to be proven wrong. So, because I'm certainly not perfect, so always like to double check my work, and yeah, absolutely always willing to be proven wrong if it exists. So, because yeah, I'm gonna say always willing to learn. So let's go ahead and add in the new. Oh, yep, there we go. All right. Yeah, because I forgot to. All right. Exchange. Exchange. Because yeah, Festival Lead was like the one deck I had forgotten to update on here. So there we go. All right, I'm just gonna customize this real quick to remind myself what deck this is. We'll go grass. We'll go. Just gonna go with all the grass stuff just to remind myself of, and then we'll give it its unique name here. All right, and rename it from New Deck 21 to. All right, and I don't remember. Did I spell that right? No, I of course did not spell that right from memory. And we'll go ahead and throw in PBL to remind myself that this is a pitch black format version of the list. Let's say there we go. All right. And for anyone who doesn't get the name pun, say I'm from the state of Maine, and that just happens to be the state motto here for our state of Dirigo, which is translated out to "I lead." Hence why I named my festival lead deck that. It's a fun little pun, and it's a very regional joke, but I like it. So there we go. Flip the coin. Opponent will go first. Okay. Well, that's a little unfortunate. And are you kidding me? We get two Grookies as our start. Great. Not a great start, but the Pokepad, we should be able to make something out of it at least. Oh, we go Festival Lead into Festival Lead. That is hilarious. This is about to be a very volatile game. Especially if he gets his board set up first, which it looks like he will get his board set up first. The one thing I might be able to do is I might be able to bump his stadium. I'm going to grab Applet. Problem is, I don't really have a lot I can discard for the secret box, but I would love to. Alright, well, we don't need the Brave Mangle. We can make do without the Stretcher. And we've got other Diplin. I'm gonna grab a Lily. I'm gonna grab ourselves a Buddy Poffin to help fill out the bench. Then we'll grab ourselves an Air Balloon, and we'll grab ourselves Forest of Vitality. Now we're gonna wait to put down the forest because we don't want to. In fact, actually, we didn't even really need to worry about grabbing it because it's coming. It's going to be going right back in because we're going to attach the air balloon to the active Grookey. Lily's Determination here. We'll get 8 new cards. Somehow don't get an energy. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, we have Bug Catching Set. We need an energy card. We didn't get it. Well, we'll take both the cards that we did get. We'll slap that onto the bench, and we will pass. So we do have Lana's Aid, so we can get the oh wait, no, we discarded the Diplin, not the Thwacky. If we had discarded the Thwacky, we would have been able to get it back with the Lana's Aid and been able to be basically in attack mode here, but it was it was a rough decision to have to make there. Had no way of knowing what we were going to get on the Lilies. Alright, gets the Thwacky. Gets the energy down. Ultra Ball for the Diplin. Great. When you've got these small hand sizes, though, you don't love having to discard 2 cards because sometimes it's important resources, but you absolutely need to get the Diplin out here. So you'll go Diplin, Evolve here, Thwacky for the Lily's Determination if you haven't used a support. Oh, you already have the Lilies in hand. Perfect. Now you can Thwacky for your Festival Grounds, and you'll take 2 prize cards and probably run away with the game at this rate. Man, this is a rough start to a mirror match because, yeah, we just get outmatched instantly with the with this thing. So there we go. There's the Buddy Poffin. Get the bench set up to the point where you can get the guaranteed knockout. Actually, maybe that was a more important thing to grab. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, as I said, it'll almost certainly be a game over. I just need to see the stadium. Once I see the stadium come down, it'll absolutely be game over. There's the Grookey. That'll bring it from 80 to 100 damage. Gonna boom boom groove. This should be for the stadium, but I've seen dumber. During our stream last night, we were playing Delphox, and we ended up in a situation where we were absolutely guaranteed to lose, and then our opponent, for whatever reason, took max time and promoted Thwacky instead of the instead of Seeking. So there's the Festival Grounds. Do the wait for knockout. And we'll give him an applet. We'll give him one of our apples. But, yeah, this is going to be a pretty... It's just an unfortunate start because we had a pretty decent start. We just didn't get quite good enough. And we'll throw up Applin. Gladian's Final Battle. We go Diplin. We go Seeking. We have no way to get a... you know what? We can boss up the Thwacky and we can hope for the stall. Literally the only thing we can do is hope for the hope that he doesn't have a way to get the air balloon. Yeah, as I didn't get to go first, that's a big thing. But also, yeah, the fact that we had to start yeah, and there's the air balloon. Yep, we'll just go ahead and drop the forfeit now because absolutely that is game. Yep, yeah, that's one of those things that when you're playing Festival Lead, that it is, especially if you're playing into the mirror match, you need to win that coin toss. But I felt like even if I didn't win the coin toss, if I didn't start the Grookey in the active, because I wouldn't have had to try and play around that. But an energy card also might have been able to do something for us. Then we could have at least gotten some damage going. Who knows? Alright. Tails, we get to choose to go first. Let's go. First. Honestly, they're so... outside of, like, big basic decks, like Raging Bolt, I think that... Are you kidding me? What is this game's obsession with making me start Grookey? 2 games in a row when we start Grookey both times. Alright. Monkey Dory, that might signal that it's a... Alright, we're gonna grab those 2. Boom. Alright, we get the Diplin, and we don't need the Grass Energy here, because we already have the energy on the in the hand. Probably wouldn't have hurt to have gotten the second energy, but we can, through Lily's determination, we'll be able to get it. And being able to bench that extra Grookey, now, on the Lilies, we'll be able to get multiple more of them up. Alright. So this is, okay, so this is Marnie's Grimmsnarl. 2 monkeys, the Snorunt and the Budu tells me that this is Marnie's Grimmsnarl. Gonna Lilies to try and get the first Impidimp. Kind of surprised he didn't grab an Impidimp with one of his bench, or with his Buddy Poffin, but I guess the Budu and the Snorunt was more important. He's really filling up his board, though. I would imagine he'd want at least he'd want a spot for a Marnie's, I would assume. Although, granted, the Marnie's Grimmsnarl being weak to grass might not be the best option here. And there we go. Gets the Itchy Pollen, so we can't item. So we... Oh, what? No! I misclicked. Dang it. Okay. Note to self. Do not hover over the end turn button. Oh, man. That sucked. Okay. Well, hey. If he's just going to evolve to Morgrim and Itchy Pollen. Alright. We're going to grab that. We will attach Brave Mangle that we don't need. It's not over yet. As I say, it is not over yet. All we need is Air Balloon Stadium or Energy Stadium. Would have much preferred to have gotten the... would have much preferred to have gotten the... at least one Thwacky, but there we go. We take a prize card here. It's a Buddy Poffin. That works. And we will... Yeah, let's do damage. I was gonna say I don't want him bouncing the damage back over to us, but then I was like, he doesn't have any dark energy, so if that's his commitment for turn of a dark energy there, and especially if he doesn't have access to his stadium to get the Grimmsnarl out, he can't accelerate dark energies to his active. Oh, there it is. Okay, so he attaches his dark for turn. There's the Grimmsnarl. Okay, so he had it all in hand. Great start for him. But yeah, this is by no means a pack it up yet. Alright. Going to attach 3 to the Grimmsnarl. Gonna overcommit, I guess, 1 for potential retreat cost later. Adrenabrain 30 onto Apple, maybe? I guess, yep. As I put 30 onto the Apple. Air Balloon for the free retreat. And now you go ahead and you'll hit, yep, for double Apple knockout. Alright, yep. Yeah, well, I was like, the odds of him having everything he needed in hand, especially where he didn't have access to the stadium, was low enough that I thought it shouldn't have been the worst possible option. Oh, whoops. Alright, let's throw up the Goldeen. We can work around this. Alright. Let's grab the Wacky. Let's grab a Thwacky. Oh, okay. For a second, I thought he clicked forfeit or something, but yeah, again, the damage, I said it even in the moment that I wasn't sure that the damage was the right move, but alright, let's grab the... Okay, we don't have the forest or any stadium cards remaining? That might be a pack it up. No stadium cards. I mean, I guess we have we have 1 down and 1 in hand, but that is absurd that we managed to get through this. Alright, and we don't get the okay, yeah, we're just gonna forfeit now. This is a match we should have won, but between the forfeited turn and the between the forfeited turn and then the I'm realizing that we didn't have a stadium, because if I do run a one of Force of Vitality in this deck, so if I could have gotten the evolution, I might have been able to do something, but yeah. Again, this is not a deck I play very often, so again, I'm definitely still working around learning it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Learn from every game, whether it's a win or a loss. You learn from it. All right, we both mulligan. We are gonna double mulligan, great, which is actually gonna be our first real mulligan. Mega Frostlass, okay, with an electric energy. Well, why on earth does Mega Frostlass run an electric energy? I mean, what is it? Is it Dragapult? Or not Dragapult, Dragonite? Mega Dragonite? Alright. Oh! What on earth is a Mega Frostlass doing in a Festival Lead deck? I have some serious questions, starting with why. Alright, we'll pass this turn. We can secret box for everything we need probably here on the next turn. I didn't want to secret box this turn just in case we he had Judge or something. I would okay, so he's running the Festival Lead search engine in Mega Dragonite Mega Frostlass. What on earth is this deck? Alright, there we go. We get the Grookey. We go Secret Box. We'll discard that, and that. Supporter card does not matter. We'll grab ourselves Buddy Poffin. Ourselves Air Balloon, Festival Grounds. Ooh, actually, let's grab Pokepad. Guarantee the Diplin. And then we'll grab... It literally does not matter because we're going to shuffle it back in a second anyway. Air Balloon. Pokepad. Dip. Dippity dip. Diplin. Festival Grounds. Alright, so we need at least one more basic to be able to get the knockout on Goldeen. 2 basics would get us there. Okay, we get Grookey. We go Thwacky here. Get the Thwacky evolution started. Alright, we only have one Thwacky at the moment anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll Boom Boom Groove for the Buddy Poffin. This is the type of start we like with this deck. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab Applin and we'll grab Goldeen. We'll attach a Grass Energy to the Applin to start prepping this thing, and we will go ahead and we will do the wave for knockout. And whatever he promotes, we'll take another knockout. So, just a quick update, schedule-wise, obviously we streamed the last 2 days in a row. Yeah, feel free to check out the other stream as well as some other gameplay videos here on the channel. It'll either be a early stream tomorrow, or there won't be a stream. I would say probably leaning towards no stream tomorrow. Wednesday and Thursday are the 2 days of the week that I have locals. Where I'll be going out and playing with some friends, playing the trading card game in real life. I've got a bunch of these decks built up in real life as well, including this Festival Lead build. So, yeah. Again, if there's a stream tomorrow, it'll be an early stream. So, let's see. Alright, Dratini. Alright, going for the Lilies. And he concedes. Okay, well, writing was on the wall. Kind of the reverse of the way the first Festival Lead. I don't understand how that... I can't imagine that Festival Lead... that Festival Grounds Festival Lead draw engine is actually all that consistent for him. It's insane. I can't imagine how that's at all consistent for him. So it was pretty accurate though. When I saw the electric energy in the Mega Frostos, I was pretty accurate on guessing Dragonite, but I was surprised when I saw the festival lead open. Alright, Lucario Coin gets the head, so guess we'll have to wait and see. Alright, we're gonna go. We get to go first again. Let's go. Unfortunately, we get the Goldeen open. It's not the worst open we could have gotten, but I can think of about 100 open. Ooh, we get Ethan's. Okay. In what world does Ethan's deck not want to go first? I mean, I guess this way you can Ethan's adventure on the first turn, but I would imagine you'd want to be going first for that earlier evolution as someone who specializes in Ethan's deck. Here we go. All right, we'll take our mulligan card here, and let's see. All right, open Zucchini. All right, we get the Wacky. All right, so we go Buddy Poffin. We go Grookey. We go Pokepad for the Diplin, just to get something benched here. We'll go Bug Catching Set. Grab our Grass Energy, and I guess we'll grab our Rellor. We don't need the Rellor in this matchup. He's not going to be sniping our bench. We'll attach the Goldeen here, and we will pass this turn. That's not a bad start. As I say, we get the ideally we'll either get the Goldeen. We can either get the Sea King or the Stadium on the top deck here. We'll be able to start running away with this thing. Okay, gonna bring up the Buddy to item lock me. Good thing is I can just search for the card I need rather than needing an item card to search for the item that I would want. We did get the Pokepad. That's a little annoying because then I could have searched for the Stadium that I actually wanted. But the the Stadium card is definitely secondary to the evolution because we just need to be able to take knockout here. Or do we go for Lilies? It would be dumb. I think it would be dumb to go Lily's Determination here to try and shuffle and see if we can get both the especially without the access to item cards. I think it's just really dumb, but I would be lying if I said it wasn't tempting. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a tempting option to go for the Lilies and try and get the Sea King and the Stadium, because then we can go double knockout. But we'll go Rapid Draw. We'll take our 2, and we'll be able to start going for some items on the next turn. And there's Lily's Determination that we would have wanted. I fully am aware that that would have been a really dumb decision to have made. But could you imagine if it worked? So he's got the so he's going to Dunsparce. So he's got the Ethans and Snakes combo. I've been running. I started moving over to Ethan Toucannon as a build. Because Ethan's Ethan with the Toucannon allows for you to have a little bit more draw power, as well as a backup attacker, all built into one. All right, let's see. Does he have the Quilava? Okay. Does he have the rare candy? That's the big question mark here. If he has the rare candy, yep, there's the rare candy. Now, does he have the energy? He should do. Yep, there it is. Energy, there's the Brave Bangle. So he'll get that. Oh, he's... Why on earth would you not take that knockout? I mean, I have a Sea King sitting right in front of you. There's the Festival Grounds. Perfect top deck. Why would you not go for that thing? Alright, we'll bench Grookey. Alright, we're gonna Lilies here. And then we'll Thwacky for... Wow, we really don't... There's not much we need. I mean, I guess we'll grab a Night Stretcher for the energy to get the energy onto the Goldeen. Onto the bench Goldeen. And then we'll go ahead and get this one going with the Boom Boom Groove. Yes, we'll grab the Brave Bangle. Because if we Brave Bangle the Applin, we can take the two. We can get the 2 prize knockout on his Fez on the next turn. Yeah, with the boss. So we'll Rapid Draw for 2. And then we'll Festival Lead. Perform another attack, yes please. Rapid Draw for another 2 cards. We take the knockout. Gladian's Final Battle will be kind of useless in this matchup just because we have way too big of a hand at this point that we're not going to be getting down to a 0-card hand probably ever. Unless we get 0-6. Alright, there we go. Ethan's Typhlosion gets himself fully set up. So, there's the Is they gonna bump the Battle Cage? Set up another Typhlosion. Buddy Blast for knockout. Alright, so we gotta be a little bit... oh, wait, no, we don't have to be fancy with this. We'll just go Applin. Alright, we got all 3 Gladian in hand. So we'll Night Stretcher for the Dipplin out of the discard pile. Alright, we're definitely going to boss, so we'll keep that in mind. Alright, so all our fish must be either in discard pile or in prizes. So we'll grab another Thwacky for the to evolve the Grookey. Alright, so 80. Okay, we need to get the stadium. That's going to be the other thing we need to make sure we don't forget. Festival Grounds. We got 2 of them remaining in deck. Good thing is Ethan's is not a deck that typically runs 4 stadiums, so we'll bump the stadium. Thwacky. Do we have a stretcher? We do not have a stretcher. All right, well, we'll add another boss to hand. We'll go boss up the Fez. We'll bench the Grookey. And we will do the wave for knockout. Well, it'll have to hit both times, but it will eventually do knockout. In reality, I probably should have benched another Diplin, but there we go. We take a 2-prize lead here in a deck that does not run with a deck that does not run any 2-prize attackers. So we should be able to get this one. Should being the operative word. And forfeit. Boom. We take that one. Let's go. I don't really understand why he decided to boss away the fish, but I'm not upset about it. We'll go ahead and we'll play another game with Festival Lead, and then we'll maybe switch back over. Alright, we'll go Tails Never Fails. Even though it absolutely has at times, like that. Alright, opponent will go first, so let's see. What deck is he running? He's got Darkrai sleeve, so if he's running Mega Darkrai, I mean, hey, that'd be an easy deck to beat. Not sure why Mega Darkrai would want to go first. Okay, yep, he's running Hide and Sneak. I'm not entirely sure why Hide and Sneak would want to go first, but well, I guess it gives you an extra chance to use Ultra Ball to dump Hide and Sneaks into the discard pile. You're probably not getting 4 into the discard pile, barring like a Brilliant Blender open very often on turn 1. Boop, boop. That is not great for a start. Alright, how many... Okay, he didn't get any into the discard pile on his first turn. We're gonna bank that he can't get there on this turn either. That he can't get 4 into the discard pile this turn. And that would require him top decking a second Ultra Ball and having all 4 of his other cards in hand pretty much having to be Hide and Sneaks. Say if we don't get this, I think it'll probably be a pack it up, and yeah, again, Applin is definitely not my strongest deck. All right, there's the Prism Tower. Could be useful for going for it. Okay, Lily's Determination. He has still not discarded any other Hide and Sneaks. Problem is, we don't have any of our own Hide and Sneaks yet. Or not Hide and Sneaks. We don't have any of our own Festival Leads. We don't have our own ability. There's the Transceiver. Get the Petrel out. You already supported this turn, so you don't get much. Okay, you discard 1. Vengeful Anchor for 30. Prism Tower. Discard Seeking and a... no. We're going to discard Seeking and Grass Energy here. Pokepad, there we go. That was close. We get Diplin. We get Thwacky. Thwacky will allow us to get out... we didn't have a supporter yet, correct? Inspect board. No, we have not supported yet. So yeah, we will grab the lilies. We'll bump the stadium. We'll Lily's Determination for 8. 2 Buddy Poffin would be great. 1 would have been desirable. All right, we'll get out of the second apple in here. All right, and Pokemon in the discard pile is not a... All right, we're going to have to discard a Gladian. We shouldn't need it because of the hand size, and I'm going to say we don't need the Stretcher. And I say, we probably do need the Stretcher, but we can make do without it. What we definitely need is another Grookey on the bench so that we can hit the knockout range here to get the Delmise out of here. There we go. Actually, I think we could have gotten it without the Ultra Ball. Now that I realize that he had the 20 damage, might have put him in damage range there, but there we go. We get a prize card here, and we'll start to, okay. Wow, we got 3 Thwacky. So we get to Thwacky for free after we Lilies here on the following turn. And the question is, does he have a way to get... Alright, he needs 3... he needs 3 hide and sneaks into his discard pile. He's gonna run he runs Brilliant Blender. That's the ace spec I personally think is the most effective in this deck, but obviously everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Alright. So, the fact that he took out the Diplin does make this a little bit tougher here. We got a Thwacky. We Thwacky. We Lily for 6. And then we hope we get a Diplin. Okay. I don't know if we can get around this at this point. Alright, so we're gonna have to discard the energy to move the Goldeen up to the active. I think we probably lose this one just because I think the Delmise are a little too bulky here. We grab Diplin. If we'd had that thing on the bench earlier, we would have promoted that one directly. So we'll go ahead and we'll grab Festival. Oh, we're not attacking this turn, so I don't know why we would grab Festival Grounds quite yet. We already attached for turn 2, so that Grass Energy might have been a little premature. This is unfortunate. We're in just a really weird spot here. Guess we'll grab Lana's Aid for next turn, and we're gonna have to pass here. Now, if he doesn't have Boss, we can at least get away with a Dipplin here. If he does have Boss, then he'll probably boss up the Dipplin, take a knockout. And yeah, we start to fall way behind in the prize race here. Because again, the fact that these Delmais are too bulky for us to try and pick up double knockouts here. Yeah, I don't think we get out of this one. I think this one is a loss. I just do not see a way he gets this one. I don't see a way that we get this one, I mean, from him. Alright, so there's the Gwen. Discarding 2 more and draw 6. Say, unless he decks himself out, which would be a stupid mistake, but I can see it happening. 2 more Sinistcha. There's another energy. Great. There's the fact that he had access to all 4 Delmais so early was really annoying. We'll promote Dipplin. Alright, we get the Festival Grounds. We get the energy. We got Lana's Aid to grab Applin, Dipplin, and energy. We go bench. We go evolve. We go say Gladiator will get us a actually. Do we have how many cards we got in hand? All right, so we would need to Ultra Ball. I think we have just a little too much for Gladian on this turn. Next turn, Gladian might be able to turn the tables, though. So we'll keep that in mind here. We'll grab Bug Catching Set. Actually, wait a minute. We throw the Brave Bangle onto here. It doesn't really matter where. All right, we would need a way to get rid of 4 cards from hand. Even if we have an Ultra Ball. Oh wait, a Secret Box for nothing. That'll only get rid of 3, unfortunately, but that gets us a step closer. We grab the Ultra Ball and 1 other thing to discard, which will be, in this case, a Buddy Poffin. Oh, no, we can't do that. We need a tool or a stadium. We're not doing a stadium, so we'll get rid of a Brave Bangle. So we'll go boom, boom. Nothing on that. Oh, wait, we already played the stupid thing, so we'll do the wave for a double knockout here. I'm sure one of these days I'll get smarter or not overthink things, but today is not that day. Although, maybe it'd be better if I wasn't doing this at like 10 p.m. at night after a full day of work. But, oh man. It was a long, it is a long day. All right, now we got to figure out another way to get rid of cards from hand because we went and thinned all those cards so that we could get the Gladian and didn't think about the fact that we needed. That's gonna be a little annoying. We'll promote Diplin so that we can thwacky for what we need. We'll throw Relor on the bench. Thwacky for the let's say, yeah, that was our last Ultra Ball too, right? Of course it was. And we don't have a Night Stretcher to get the Pokemon back. It's really unfortunate. I think we may have lost this one. So I don't have a way to get another Diplin back after this one goes down. We'll promote Poltergeist. Do the wave for knockout, and we'll cycle 100 damage onto the next one. And another Gladius final battle, mocking us that we could have gotten rid of this thing and didn't. At least I know what to do for next time. It's just one of those stupid mistakes, and we're not going to get out of this one. Because we're in a foot race at this point, and I'm going to come up just short on the on being able to win the foot race here. Because he's going to Night Stretcher, bring back another Delmise, and then he'll have 4 Delmise ready to go. Then Schwanker for knockout. Alright, I'm kind of curious to see okay, I was pretty sure that that's how that worked, but had to figure out how the Gladian's final battle worked, and yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and forfeit this one because this will be a festival lead loss. We again, I kind of blew it when I had already used a supporter and then went and discarded my hand down. Alright, well, let's go ahead and we'll do at least one more battle before we hop off here for the night. Again, if we end up doing a stream tomorrow, it'll be an early one, probably about 3 or 4 p.m. And again, I would say that is a 50-50 at best. I'm enjoying streaming a ton. I got other stuff I need to get done. We'll go first, and we'll see what we get. Another Darkrai coin. Let's see if we get Mega Darkrai deck. That would be a fun deck to play against, but this high on the ladder, I have not seen many people playing Mega Darkrai. Oh, it's Delmise again. Okay. Oh, that's funny. Boop, boop. Alright, we'll attach to Goldeen here. We'll go ahead and we'll get ourselves a second Thwacky ready to evolve. That way we can go ahead and we'll be able to grab everything here on the next turn. Okay, so as long as you don't as long as you don't get turn 1 Blender, which actually, if you're going Blender version of Festival, or not Festival, we go with Ultra Ball with with none of the special Pokemon. I was gonna say, but yeah, if you're playing the Blender version of this deck, I feel like you can almost yeah, and there it'll go. The Blender will get rid of all the non. I just realized that's gonna completely kill us. Say if that Lily's hadn't had the Blender on it, we would have been safe. But then he goes and gets the knockout, and now we don't have the Festival Lead Pokemon unless we top deck the Diplin. It's our only option here, so we gotta play to it. Okay, this is gonna be stupid, but it might work. It's like the only option we got here. And I say with 4 cards in hand, he has got to have ways to get the energy on there. All right, we're gonna Gladian. We're gonna go ahead and we'll. Oh wait, Gladian still doesn't even get there. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna phone it in. Festival Lead is a really tough matchup into the Delmise. Especially if you get just rocketed like this, because man, we're getting. All right, we're gonna go back to Slowking for one more game, just because I want to end the stream on a win, and Slowking obviously went undefeated earlier, and we've played a lot more matches with this one. What are our deck stats even at this point? It's yeah. And some of those have been gameplay errors. A lot of them have just been really unfortunate situations to end up in. So let's see. Here we go. Flip coin. Tail, heads, I mean, which means our opponent's gonna decide what he wants to do. Opponent will go first. It's not a death null under the Slowking deck, but definitely we prefer to go first. Oh, with an unfortunate start like that, maybe we prefer to go second in this situation. Okay. Electric deck, okay, interesting. Let's see, is this going to be Manectric? We played Manectric last night, so we do know how Manectric plays. We're going to have to wait and see if we can tell based on what he grabs. Okay, 2 Electrics. He grabbed 2 Electrics. What do you want to bet he's playing Manectric as a deck? Yeah. I think there's a pretty good chance of that. So we're going to go ahead and we'll, on this turn, we'll Pokepad for the Slowpoke. We'll attach to the Slowpoke and we'll Academy at... Do we want to burn an Academy at night already? That could be a problem. Alright. Say we aren't going to be able to utilize the Academy at night this turn, so I'm going to just Lilies it away. We've got ways to search it back out, and we've got 4 copies, so. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll get rid of the Dangle, and let's get rid of the Telepathic. It's not great options here. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Telepathic here. We can play around this. Just in case he goes and takes the knockout. This way we'll have the pretty much everything at the ready, and we will we did not discard a Pokemon. Oh, we could have we could have gone Dangle Tail for the Slowking to get the Slowking back. That would have been really funny. Yeah, and then we could preserve the Psychic Energy. If I just thought about that. Whoops. Oh well. Next time. It's not like it's the end of the world here. Alright, you've got 6 cards in hand. Let's see what you can do with them. Alright, you put your Prism Tower in play. So, I think we have gain. Oh, and there's a Shaman. Of course, he has to have a Shaman. Well, we can take out the Shaman. We've got a way around it. Would be a lot better if Shaman just weren't there, but we have a way to snipe the Shaman. Okay, 2 Voltaic Energies. That'll get him to 70, I believe, on the Flashing Barrier. If it gets him to 80, that would be sad. Oh, no, it'll get him to 90 because he'll take the 2 prep. Yeah, it'll get him to 90 on the damage there. So he'll take knockout here. We'll promote Kang. So Manetric's immune from damage on this next turn here. Alright. So Cypher Maniac. We need Patch. And I think we need Latias. So we'll go Latias. And we need a Wondrous Patch. Run Errand for 2. Wondrous Patch onto the Slowpoke. Slowking. Are you freaking kidding me? We prized our answer to the stupid we prized our Shaman counter. Well, that pretty much is going to end this game. We prized the Spectrier as our Shaman counter. Are you kidding me? The one card that we need to be able to get by Shaman. And we prize it in the first game of the night where we see a Shaman hit the board. Alright, goes Kilowatt Trail. Man, that prizing sucked. I'm not saying we for sure had it without it, but he does not have any energy in the discard pile, so the Electrites are just no, the Electrites are just targets here for us to hit once we get rid of that Shaman that we can't get rid of because the stupid stupid thing in the active spot there. Alright, Prism Tower discards an electric energy. He can now Dynamotor that onto the Kilowattrel. Discard it for Flashing Draw. Dynamotor with the other one onto the Electrike. There we go. Attaches to the Kilowattrel. He can Flashing Draw once he's got his hand down as small as he thinks he can get it. You can get your hand any smaller, you do it, but could also just stash the with the second Dynamotor, you could also just stash the lightning energy back on the Kilowattrel for to draw on the next turn as well. There's the Manectric. Again, the fact that we can Trifrost down the Electrites is nice. The annoying thing is the fact that Shaman exists. And the fact that he got both of those as Voltaic energies just in time to be able to get that one. Alright, we gotta throw out the stadium. I don't even know what we're searching for with the lilies. Alright, we're gonna throw a Slowpoke here. I mean, we'll throw a Lucky Helmet here. I mean, literally, what do we do? Do we just attach to the Mega Kang and hope we'll go down before before we get Kang fully set up? Alright, yeah, we're just gonna forfeit this one and get into one more game. I'm gonna say that stupid Shaman in our one Shaman counter gets prized the first time we see Shaman all night. Alright. Give us a good match for Slowking, and or don't prize our only counter to the thing. Okay, not sure what all is going on with that deck. Looking up at the top corner, he's got the Badu Celebration coin. Hate that thing. Alright, he goes heads. We don't get to choose what we want to do, of course. Opponent will go first. Great. Love that. And we have to start Kyurem. Fantastic. And the opponent mulligans. Okay. It's Dragapult. Well, on the plus side, we can cure him down as Dragapults if he were to play a Chorus tenacity, but something tells me he's not giving us that kind of break. If we have the other Kyurem in deck, we can at least go for the the Slowking on turn 2 to try and blow up a bunch of his Pokemon, but and he's a Dragapult playing Shaman. Are you freaking kidding me? Is there somebody that is not playing a Can we just get a game where I'm not playing into a perfect counter? Alright, we're gonna Telepathic. Get the Latias and the Slowpoke. Lily's Determination. Okay, we do have the Spectre at least this time, so it's not game over. We'll trash the Lily's Clefairy and the Psychic Energy for now. Get the Mega Kang. Throw the Mega Kang to the active. Run errand for 2. Okay, we got everything but the stadium at this point. And just in case we see that stupid little Budew, we're going to preempt the Slowking here. Increase the odds of us top decking into the thing we need. Alright, there's the Combuskin. Alright, you've only got 3 cards in hand. You can't have an answer to everything. There's the Fire Energy onto the Combuskin. You can't have an answer to everything. Good. Alright. We need to run errand for 2. Okay, we got the Academy at Night. That was the thing we really desperately needed to pull this off. Go Boomerang Energy. We'll go Slowking. We'll go Retreat. Slowking to the active. Throw a Slowking on there as well, just for good measure at the moment. We'll go Academy at Night. Spectrier. Seek Inspiration. Phantasmal Barrage. Goodbye, Shaman. And now we are in position for a potential game on next turn if he can't get another Pokemon out. Cypher Maniac Code Breaking. Okay. Not what we really were thinking, but... Alright, let's see. Dracloak. What does he have with those 2 cards in hand, and he gets to see 2 cards here. Only gets to take 1 of them, though. Blaziken. That hurts. Does he have the other energy? Judge! Oh, that's unfortunate. We're good. We're good. I'm not upset. We got it. Oh, and he's gonna put down a 3rd thing for us to get a prize card off of. Let's go. So we'll take out Dracloak, Dreepy, and do we go for the other Dreepy or do we go with the Monkey? Oh, come on! Unfair stamp on top of that. Well, we have the energy. Question is, do we have the do we top deck the Pokemon Search? We need to top deck either Cypher Maniac or the... Oh, wait, he's just gonna Smolder Salt the... Okay, so we get to draw 3. Okay. It's not over, but we have a shot here. Smolder Salt for knockout. Down goes Slowpoke. He takes 1. We promote Kang. We need to see Pokemon Search. We don't see Pokemon Search. We go Telepathic. We thin this deck down of 2 Slowpoke. We Wondrous Patch Energy onto Slowking. We need either the Cypher Maniac or a Pokemon Search here. Run Errand for 2. Okay, we get Ultra Ball. There it is, Kyurem. I was getting worried there for a second. Alright, we're gonna bring up the Slowking. It's gonna be a good thing is that Blaziken cannot attack on the next turn. And we're about to eliminate the rest of his attackers. We're going to take out all 3 of the Dragapult line on the bench here. That way he has no draw power for his 5-card hand. And we take 3 prize cards here. Boom, boom, boom. Triple prize turn. That should help flip this script a little bit. Alright, we get a Boomerang Energy, a Night Stretcher. It's not perfect. But we can Cypher Maniac Code Breaking, and we can see what he's going to do here. Okay, there's a Shaman. So I can't do that again. There's the Dreepy hitting the board. Dawn. Dawn, Dawn, Dawn. Alright, well, again, this game is going a lot better than the last few have. I definitely feel like this is an okay game to end on, at least for the night. I don't, no matter how it ends, I feel like we played a good enough game that I won't feel too bad no matter who we end up playing, who ends up getting this one in here. Alright, is he Ultra Balling for Fez? Okay, getting the Fez out, getting that draw 3 going. And say he's managing to shuffle through. He's getting a lot of cards. He's getting to see a lot of cards here. I'd actually love for him to take out Slowking, but he's not going to. He's gonna retreat into the Budu so he can take out my item usage for the next turn. Seething Spirit onto himself or the Dreepy? Which will it be? I wonder. Onto the Dreepy, okay. Alright, we get Energy. Cypher Maniac. Let's figure out what we need on this very next top deck. And so we got the Energy. Stadium's already in play. I think we grab the Metagross, and then if we end up in a situation where we can get an extra top deck, we'll grab a Lilies. And we will pass the turn here. On the next turn, we'll get the Metagross to the active. Or not the Metagross to the active, we'll get Metagross available. We'll be able to attach our second energy to the Slowking, and we'll be able to seek inspiration for at least taking out the Budu. Now, if I was playing the Thunder Raid Zeraora that I've played before, I'd be able to just snipe that Fez for a 2-prize knockout for game, which would have been really fun. There's the Dracloak. Now, the thing is, if He has the Seething Spirit, so he'll be able to attack with Dragapult on the next turn. Or attack with Blaziken this turn. Does he attack with Blaziken this turn? Let's see. Seething Spirit. Yep, he's going to accelerate the fire energy to himself. Retreat the Budew. He's going to give me access to item usage, though, so we'll see how that works for him. Let's go Kang. Let's go draw 2. Let's go Energy. Let's go Stretcher. We need to get the Slowking back on the board here. So what we really need to see off this Lilies would be another Stretcher and a Wondrous Patch would be about perfect. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect. We get the patch, and we get Pokemon Search, and we get some draw power with the Fez. Let's go. Alright, Wondrous Patch. Boom. Alright, Ultra Ball. Let's discard everything but the... At this point, we'll discard the Stadium. It very well could come back to bite us. Okay, so... Yeah, we aren't really looking for a Pokemon right now. We'll grab a Slowking, when it's all said and done. So, Cypher Maniac. We got Lilies. We do have a Stretcher in here. So, we have what we need. It'll be one of 21 cards. We get to draw 3. Flip that script. Give us the Night Stretcher. We did not get the Night Stretcher. That sucks. We'll get the Metagross. But without the Brave Bangle, that kind of is going to come up a little short on the damage here. And he'll just retreat to the... and so he'll probably be able to get away with this one. Let's go ahead and we'll seek Inspiration. We'll see if we can get it. Metallic Hammer. Yes, we'll do the extra damage and for no energy. Ooh, I smacked the microphone. Sorry about that. And yeah, we are just chilling out here. Hopefully everybody's having a good time. But here we go. Pokepad. Nothing. Lily's Determination for 6. Looking for Dragapult. Recon Directive. Before evolving into Dragapult. Alright, gets the Ultra Ball for the Dragapult. So he can Dragapult this turn. Thing is, there's no 2-prizer that he can take a knockout with right now. Unless he has a Dark Energy or Fire Energy in hand. If he has one of those 2 in hand, he'll be able to Seething Spirit the other one. Alright, gets the Rocket's Watchtower, so I can't do my Kangaskhan attack. And yet he's going to move damage around here on the board. Alright. This is going to be a... say we're in our final couple turns here. If we can get the Night Stretcher Wondrous Patch, I think that's the only things we really need to be able to win this game. We'll use the Telepathic instead of the base Psychic Energy so we can search our deck. To see what we have. We're going to put the Mega Kang up. I know we can't use it ability. Alright, we're going to telepathic. Alright. Nothing we can search for here. We got the Night Stretcher. We got the Stadium. And we got the Wondrous Patch are all in here. Alright. I think we Cypher Maniac for the Stretcher. Stadium. We flip that script for 3. No patch. Alright. Again, we desperately need to find the Wondrous Patch here on the on this turn. Let's run errand for 2. We find the patch. We got game. Well, Wondrous Patch. Evolve. Night Stretcher the Curum. Academy at Night. I'll say, I'm assuming he hasn't seen it yet, because yep, there's the forfeit. I was about to say, if he's seen it, he'll forfeit it up. And yeah, there it is. There's the forfeit. We take the victory. We end on a win. Let's go. Seeking some inspiration, getting the win. I kind of want to see what my rating's at. I don't care a whole lot about my rating, but hey, being at 1540 is not bad. Right about where we started the day. Kind of bummed because we started the day so hot with those early games. Let's just see where we're at with the Slowking deck stats. Okay, so we only got the 1 loss with Slowking tonight. That's actually pretty good. And then the Festival Lead, we had we played more games of it, but yeah, we had some unfortunate luck. The coin flip is oh so crucial, and we just didn't get it on every turn. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you guys do enjoy these types of videos and live streams, feel free to let me know by hitting the like button. Subscribe if you guys are new so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Again, I don't know for sure if we'll be back tomorrow or not. It'll depend on how I'm feeling in terms of tiredness after work, if I can do an early afternoon stream or not. But yeah, based upon that though, I think that is everything. So we will see you guys whenever I see you guys next. Again, I've got locals the next 2 nights, so if we have a stream either tomorrow on Wednesday or Thursday, expect it'll be an earlier afternoon stream. If we don't, yeah, I will probably see you guys on Friday. But until next time, hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video, live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your night. Have a great night, everybody, and goodbye.